Ctv3 News. 22-year-old man from Guinea Grass charged with manslaughter after altercation leads to elderly man's death in Orange Walk. Incest charges against a Mennonite man from Shipyard rises to 19 as new victim comes forward. Mayor Rigo Vellos clarifies Corozal Town Council stands on Mother's Park development controversy. And the Corozal Community Hospital unveils renovated pediatric ward. Era of care begins. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Thursday, October 3rd, 2024. Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7, I am Joanna Rodriguez. A 22-year-old construction worker from Guinea Grass in Orange Walk is tonight behind bars after he was arrested and charged by cops for the crime of manslaughter. He is Diego Santos, who is accused of causing injuries to an elderly man from Guinea Grass. The victim, identified as 61-year-old Donatilo Cruz Pereira, passed away at the Northern Regional Hospital. Initial investigation revealed that on Friday, September 13th, between the hours of 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m., Cruz was in front of the Zen Zen store located in Guinea Grass Village along with two men, including Santos, when an altercation occurred between Santos and Cruz. Reports suggest Santos hit Cruz in the face, which caused him to fall backward on the ground and go unconscious. Santos and the other man left the area without rendering aid to Cruz. The 61-year-old was eventually taken to hospital where he passed away while in coma. Police are seeking the other man who was along with Santos as part of their investigations. A Mennonite man from the community of Shipyard in Orange Walk, who was charged back in the month of September with 10 counts of incest, has been additionally charged with 9 counts of the same crime. On September 23rd, we told you that the man's 13-year-old daughter, accompanied by her mother and a social worker, visited the Orange Walk police station. The child claimed that her father had sex with her between the 10th of February and the 3rd of September 2024. Following on the report, police formally arrested and charged the child's father for 10 counts of incest. Well, that same individual has been slapped with 9 additional charges of incest after a 17-year-old made a report against him. That means the total amount of charges to 19 counts of incest. While we are aware of the name of the accused, we are unable to reveal his identity as it could lead to the victims, who are both minors. In today's digital age, accessing information is easier than ever, but it can also lead to potentially serious consequences. A resident of Corozal found himself in hot water after posting on Facebook that the Corozal Town Council was considering the land around Mother's Park for private development. Shortly after, the council issued a rebuttal on their own Facebook page refuting his claims. We spoke with Mayor Rigo Vellos outside the council building, who addressed the situation and provided clarity on the matter.
Unfortunately, Elmer, it was a malicious act. I'm not sure if it's intentionally or the person probably made a mistake. But the picture they put was an old picture, 3, 4, 5 years ago, right? Actually, the place on the picture is a very important spot for us right now because we have selected this area for a very modern and important project for the Corozaleños. It's a collaboration between the Corozal Town Council, central government, and IDB. It is a project that will enhance the beach area or the bay area around that area and by Mother's Park. And presently, we are saving that spot for that particular project. We have already done consultation, public consultation. So the public are very aware about this area and what's going to happen in that area. I do want to advise people that, for them to be very careful what they post on Facebook because a post like that can definitely come with consequences and we could take legal action. But I'm happy that the person have realized its mistake and has brought down the post and has already apologized, and I'm glad that he did. But people need to be aware of the consequences that comes along with these actions. We are a very responsible town council. We take things, especially damages, very seriously, right? But no, this area is designated for a very important project, and we will stick to that. It's not going to be given to anything else. Right? It is for the people and it will stay for the people.
It's important for everyone to remember that spreading false information can lead to legal repercussions under the recently established cybercrime law. The Corozal Community Hospital showcased its newly renovated pediatric ward today to board members and the CEO of the Corozal Free Zone. After significant effort and teamwork, the project has reached completion and features a fresh blue aesthetic. While this is just one of 4 wards set to be updated, it is the only one finished at this time. Elmer Cornejo brings us the story.
For many years, the Corozal Community Hospital had been neglected under previous administrations. However, with Roger Riverol stepping in as the Deputy Regional Health Manager for Northern Belize on April 1, 2024, a transformative initiative began. Today, he and his dedicated team welcomed the board members and the CEO of the Corozal Free Zone, who have taken the pediatric ward under their wing for essential upgrades. The before and after images reveal a complete transformation of the ward, now providing a safe and welcoming environment for young patients to receive care.
Our official inauguration will be in December because our goal is to have the 4 wards upgraded. No, it all started in April 1st when I got the promotion to be the Deputy Health Regional Manager. I was at the San Narciso Polyclinic as the administrator. When I came in here, Dr. Angela Gilhari handed me over the hospital and we did a walkthrough. That time of the year is really hot. I saw that patients had to bring their fans when they're detained at our hospital, and our doctors and nurses when they're doing their rounds after they finish their bathe in sweat, no? So every Monday I have a core meeting with my team. It's about 7 of us. We discuss issues, any ideas, anything that we need to implement at the hospital. So I sat down with Ms. Trisha Perez, our primary care coordinator, and we went in depth and we came out with our proposal. We sent it out to our CEO and Minister Kevin Bernard, which they gave us the green light to go ahead and get donation out there from the community, from the investors, from any business out there so we can invest in our ward. We do have a budget from Ministry of Health, but infrastructure always drains your money, so we have to prioritize. So I said, we'll try this proposal. Visit the Corozal Free Zone, the CEO, Neri Ramirez. I present him the proposal, and he was so hopeful that he will be able to assist me. We got words about it in August that he did get approval from the directors and investors, and I was happy. So he called me to go and receive the donation, and we were so glad. Our first ward, we started with the pediatric ward. So
Work began in September, and now the children's ward shines with a fresh look that includes a renovated bathroom with a sink for hygienic purposes.
stretch that money. If you notice in our proposal, which have been shared with you, we eventually did even the ceiling. We put lights in the bathroom. We have a new wash basin. If you notice the upgrade that we did in the bathroom, we have a new water dispenser for the patient there. We have new sofa. We have a television. We repainted the area. And I am happy, and we put a new AC in there. So now no fan the patient need to bring. We have also fans in there installed, so the area is cooler. I'm very happy. I'm glad that we are trying to uplift our infrastructures.
Nari Ramirez, CEO of the Corozal Free Zone, expresses satisfaction that the funds have been utilized effectively, with clear results validating the investment.
It's a special day for Corozal Community Hospital, no? The initiative came from the Deputy Regional Manager of the Corozal Community Hospital, Roger Riverol, no? He approached me, he brought a proposal to me. The proposal is to uplift 4 wards here in the Corozal Community Hospital. You have a female, a male, 2 male, and a pediatric ward. And each one of them had a budget. The budget was to uplift and replace, install new ACs, windows, fans, water cooler. You had painting of the inside, the enhancements of the bathrooms that are there inside. So the total cost for the pediatric was $8,273 to be exact. As the CEO, well, my responsibility is to take it to the board for approval. I presented the presentation to the board of directors, and after the presentation, they all agreed to let's assist with one. Let's start with one, the pediatric award. So we're here today. Today we were invited guests as a sponsor. So we invited the board of directors members to come and do a walkthrough, a slightly visit, to see how the money was invested here at the Corozal Community Hospital. We would like to thank the board of directors of the Corozal Free Zone and the investors, no, for trusting in us, the management, to see that their money is being well invested. And nothing is more important that we have our people who are here in the hospital getting treated for any medical purpose and in comfort at the same time.
With the final touches coming together, the space is now ready to welcome its young patients, says Ramirez.
Just before we walk into the new uplifted room, we were introduced to the other ones as well that have not been uplifted, and you can sense the temperature, the heat, and imagine that you are in pain, and with this heat, you're not comfortable. Okay, so. But I don't want to say I want to get sick because of the coolness of the AC, the atmosphere, and the nice uplifted room. I don't think nobody likes to be at the hospital, even if you have AC. But we will just want to improve the facilities so that our patients can come and get treated and under a comfortable room.
And it looks like they have a little small living room too for the small patients that's going to be there, or the children that's going to need medical attention. You think that they're going to be satisfied with what they have now?
Okay, yes, because they will get to watch their cartoons on television while they're getting their treatment. They also have some nice pictures on the walls that they could enjoy. And the parents who are here with them can also have a nice, comfortable sofa while they're here waiting for their child to recover from their illness.
As previously noted, various sections of the hospital will undergo upgrades, including the female ward, which has been taken on by PUP Corozal-based standard bearer Thea Garcia Ramirez. The renovations are expected to be finished in the next few days. Elmer Cornejo, Ctv3 News.
Coming up next, BSI-ESR proposes solution to curb Belize's sugar smuggling woes. Stay tuned.
The Super Furia Band presents Music Fights Cancer Benefit Concert. Fundraising event for Mr. Pancho of Super Furia Band.
When you're dancing.
Come out and support and get entertained by some of Belize's best musicians, giving back to a worthy cause. On the stage performing will be Watson Sounds Band,
Getting a groovy inside the dance.
Techno Band Belize, Youth Connection Band, Lucio and the New Generation, Gil Hurry 7 Band, Burgers Vibes Band,
Oh, baby, baby, it's wild world.
Santino's Messengers, The Comeback, Mr. Sila Agustin, Reckless Flores, St. Louis, the sweet voice of Annika Perez, the General Super G, and the energetic Mime. Songs provided by Hyper Sound System and music break by DJ Piju and DJ Charlie. Mark the date. Come out and support Sunday, October 6, 2024 at the People's Stadium in Orange Walk Town. Entrance fee is only $10. This is Belize, your musicians, and our eyes have shed tears with the eminent support. Get prepared to have a wonderful time with Belize's finest musicians. Music Fights Cancer. Music Festival fundraising event for Mr. Pancho. Come out and support. It's a worthy cause. We thank our sponsors: ZTV, 7 News Belize, Hyper Sounds, Smart, News 5 Belize, Players Distillery Limited, Elite Promos, Hotel de la Fuente, Fiesta FM, Lights and Sounds, DJ Star, DJ Gabi, and Universal Radio.
For the past 2 years, Belize has faced significant challenges in maintaining its local sugar supply. Initially thought to be due to a production shortage, both the government and sugar industry stakeholders have now identified the real issue. Belizean sugar is being illegally smuggled into neighboring Mexico and Guatemala. This sugar is particularly attractive to smugglers because it is sold at below world market prices, as it is a regulated commodity. Although the problem has been recognized, curbing these illegal activities has proven difficult. However, BSI-ESR believes it has a potential solution that could effectively address the issue before it escalates further. Norma Ruiz reports.
What you are currently seeing here is 19 million pounds of both white and brown sugar ready to be sold. A large majority of this production has been earmarked for the Belizean market. This, according to BSI-ESR, should suffice the local market for the coming months. Despite recent increases in local sugar supply from 29.5 million pounds in 2020 to 36.7 million pounds in 2024, supermarket shelves across the country continue to show low availability of sugar. This situation, according to Finance Director for BSI, Sean Chavarria, is one which the millers are looking at closely.
We do look at our historical sales, and we look at the current monthly sales. So every month during the crop, we provide update to our production team to say, look, this is how demand is trending, and we make adjustments to our production plan. Obviously, the crop is roughly 6 months, so we have to produce that sugar within that 6 months and then store the sugar for the other 6 months. So right now, at the beginning of this week, we had approximately 7.5 million pounds of plantation white sugar, and we had 2.2 million pounds of brown sugar. The monthly consumption of white sugar is approximately 2.2 million pounds. So what that means is that we have enough sugar for the next 3.5 months. And the monthly consumption for brown is around 800,000 pounds. So similarly, we have enough supply to take us through to the end of December. So based on our numbers, based on historical sales, we have the product. In addition to that, what we've also been trying to do is sell more directly to certain customers, particularly manufacturers and supermarkets. We know that there's been issues with distribution. Some supermarkets have told us they can't get sugar, so what we've been trying to do is facilitate these customers by purchasing directly. It's not the most efficient way to do it because essentially it means you have more people coming to the facility. You have to have certain standards to be able to come in. You have to have a truck that's covered, all these things, right? So it's not really the best solution, but we're doing it as an interim measure to try to address the problem. But in terms of the volumes, we have enough in store, and it's based on our historical figures. In fact, this year, we've seen another increase in domestic sales. Last year, in our financial year from October to September in 23, we sold roughly 34.3 million pounds. This year, we've sold 36.7 million pounds. So that's a 7% increase. If we even go back further to that, in 2020, we've seen approximately a 24% increase over those 5 years.
Investments made by BSI in 2018 included the establishment of a packaging facility for direct consumption sugar, allowing Belize to now export pre-packaged sugar to the CARICOM region. Chavarria believes that implementing a similar approach could help combat the illegal exportation of Belizean sugar.
What we propose to government is that one way to help combat that is to package the sugar in retail packaging, because that product will be much more difficult for anybody to try to smuggle. So we've demonstrated behind me the packaged product that we are able to produce. We've actually started producing it this past year. We've been exporting it to the Caribbean, but we can also make it available for the domestic market. What it would require is changes in the price control structure. We've proposed to government to liberate the retail packaged sugar and just have a regulation for industrial sugar. That way, we can help address the matter of smuggling, but also the customer will have a benefit of getting a higher premium product because the sugar will be packaged. We have all the control from a quality and safety standpoint to do it here, so the consumer is assured that they are getting a product that is a high standard. They don't have to worry how it was handled. They're also going to get the exact weight because our scales are calibrated by the Bureau of Standards. So we have everything here in place to be able to deliver this product to the consumer. So we hope that it's something that the government takes on board, and we feel that it could provide a solution to this issue that we continue to hear about sugar not being available.
Since BSI already has the infrastructure to provide pre-packaged sugar to the local market, Chavarria explains that this strategy would not need any additional investment. It would only require regulatory adjustments regarding the price structure of local sugar, which is governed by the government of Belize.
The beauty with it is that we've already made the investment. So we've already invested in the packaging facilities that is needed to produce this type of sugar. As I mentioned, we are making it already and exporting it to the Caribbean, and we can also do it for the domestic market. So the investment is there. It's simply a matter of the regulatory structure being amended to facilitate the sale of this sugar in the domestic market. What we've estimated to government to provide not only a margin for the people that distribute it, but also the supermarkets, is that brown sugar packaged in this format will be roughly $1 per pound, and white sugar would be around $1.10 per pound. And that's a shelf price, right? So we will obviously have to sell lower than that to provide sufficient margin for distribution, because that's been another complaint. Distributors are saying that we don't make enough to pick up the sugar here and distribute to the consumer. And then similarly, retailers, now they don't have to worry about packaging it themselves, hiring people to do that. It's already there. So their markup is straight on the retail. And we think that that's a price that consumers would be willing to pay because, again, it's a premium product. We would still have available industrial sugar, which would be for manufacturers, bakeries, people who make wine. So you essentially have two prices, one for retail, one for industrial. And so that's been left with government to consider, and we will see how they take it further.
If the government approves this initiative, Chavarria anticipates that the new product could be available in local market as early as the 2024-2025 crop season. He highlights that the overall plan aims to maintain high quality standards while offering consumers a choice, which he describes as one of the attractive aspects of this approach.
We currently have roughly 600 tons of brown sugar packaged in this format. As I mentioned, the crop has ended. We have not produced any white sugar in this format. So if government were to approve this, we could start doing this the start of next crop, so the 2024-2025 crop. So perhaps sometime next year, consumers can see both. But now if we see Christmas time there's issues with brown sugar, this brown sugar that we have behind us could also be made available then. The whole idea behind this is that the consumer gets a premium product. In other words, no longer should consumers be buying sugar loose in plastic bag that just has a mark there with 1 pound. They should be getting this product that's already packaged, properly labeled. It has all the nutritional information behind it, and so that way you're assured that the people are getting the right product, and also that the right quality controls are in place, so that the customer feels satisfied that they're getting a product that is to a high standard. I think we would have the choice for consumers to be able to say, look, I want 1, 2, 5, or even 10. 10, for example, you have a lot of bake shops. They might want these 10 kilo bags. So the choice will be available. Obviously, we will need a time to try to get knowledge of which packaging format sells more or has higher demand. But we have the ability to produce each type, and that's the beauty of it.
Reporting for Ctv3 News, Norma Ruiz.
At the Tower Hill factory, the supply chain department meticulously manages the entire journey of sugar from its initial reception to storage in 2 major facilities that boast a combined capacity of over 50,000 tons. This section is responsible for ensuring that the sugar is seamlessly distributed to both local and export markets. After refining the packaging process for direct consumption sugar, BSI has implemented a state-of-the-art rack warehouse capable of holding 20,000 tons. Currently, this warehouse is home to over 1 million pounds of pre-packaged brown sugar, all earmarked for the CARICOM region.
I mean, we ventured a year ago, and then this year is what we have in the warehouse. As you guys can see, these racks in here have these presentations in here. Currently, we have about 1 million pounds of these presentations in this warehouse.
And this has been exported out to the Caribbean?
Yes.
So.
For the time being, our market for this type of packaging is the CARICOM market, right? So we are exporting, but it's key to highlight that it's on a demand base, right? So we store it in here, and when the customer is ready, we ship it out on a demand.
According to LD Smith, the supply chain manager, as the demand for packaged sugar continues to surge in the area, improvements to the warehousing processes are on the horizon.
So this warehouse here can hold up to about 45 million pounds of sugar, right? We do have different types of products, right, where we store on our customers' demand, right? In this warehouse, one of the projects that we're venturing into is that we're going to bring this warehouse into a humidity control warehouse. What does that mean is that we'll have the sugar meeting the moisture requirements. As you guys know, Belize is very humid, and we're sweating away, right? So we want to ensure that we control the humidity, the relative humidity, and by doing so, we'll control the humidity in the warehouse. So what that means in the Belizean terms is that we're going to get it hardened sugar.
In addition, Smith reveals plan to transition from labor-intensive floor loading to a more efficient mechanized pallet loading system. This shift is becoming increasingly crucial in light of the global labor shortages that have been impacting the industry.
I think labor shortage is a global issue, and I believe that this crop we did have severe labor shortages with our operations in these warehouses, in both warehouses, right? It is an intensive labor process that we do, right? So what we did is we strategized, right, to be able to mitigate the labor shortages. And what we did is we were able to palletize this product. So our customers in the CARICOM are also dealing with this issue, and they have already asked us to move into palletize. Slowly, I think the entire the world will be moving into more automated processes, because I think there's competitive markets out there. I think Belize, we have very competitive markets now, especially with the call centers, and so we need to ensure that we are prepared. And also because as a company, we are a customer-focused approach.
Have you ever noticed how vibrant the local tomatoes look or how rich the cucumbers appear? Often this is the result of local farmers using compost to nourish their crops. The Corozal Town Council is excited to promote this practice through its new community compost program. To get involved, you'll need to register for a complimentary compost bin, attend a free workshop to learn how to compost effectively, and start your composting journey at home. Mayor Gaveyos emphasizes the collaborative nature of this initiative.
Collaboration with solid waste management, Ms. Tara, who is also embarking on this project when it comes to garbage, together with the Corozal Town Council. The idea is basically to educate people on how to put garbage the proper way, dispose it the proper way, separate it the proper way. I believe that this is 2024. We have to start practicing the correct things when it comes to garbage. Also, it will definitely make life easier for us, when it comes to getting rid of those garbage. So what we will do, we're selecting specific houses on where we will take the specific bins that will be able to enable you to separate the different types of garbage. And that way we will start to train and educate people on how to separate them. At the same time, it will create some small jobs for certain people who will be the ones to go and making sure that these garbage are being separated the proper way, right? So it is a collaboration between us, and I believe that it's about time we look at garbage seriously. I mean, we see the changes when it comes to climate change. And garbage has a big role when it comes to that, right? Affecting our climate. And present day we are seeing a lot of young people getting involved when it comes to making sure that garbage is put on the proper place, getting involved in making sure that they make a positive difference when it comes to climate change and fighting climate change. So we are a responsible council that we want to take part in the same initiative.
The workshop is scheduled for Saturday, October 5th from 10 to 11:30 at the Corozal Town Hall. For more details, feel free to visit the council during regular business hours. The 6-month pilot program will involve participants documenting their experiences and interacting with members of the Recycle Organics team. It is sponsored by Recycle Organics, CCEP, and Implementa Sur with funding from Environment and Climate Change Canada. As we've mentioned, the Corozal Community Hospital has recently upgraded its pediatric ward to provide top-quality medical care for its young patients. However, this isn't the only area in need of improvements. Currently, both male wards are in need of assistance, and the CEO of the Corozal Free Zone is optimistic that local businesses will step up to offer their support where it is most needed.
We already donated one. The Deputy Regional Manager mentioned earlier that Ms. Thea Garcia Ramirez also adopted the second one, the female ward. So there are 2 more wards pending. And I would like to plead to the business sector in the Corozal Free Zone, in Corozal District as a whole. Let's put our heart and hands together, and let's help the Corozal Community Hospital to uplift their wards for the betterment of our Corozaleños, our people who come here to get medical treatment at this facility.
520, that's how many houses have been gifted through the Hand in Hand Ministries Building for Change program, improving each family's quality of life. Through the program, needy families from different areas across the country apply for and are screened for assistance by the humanitarian organization. Then, with the support from corporate citizens, 2-bedroom wooden houses are built within days and the keys handed over to the new homeowners. Today, Bowen & Bowen Limited, along with Hand in Hand Ministries, gifted a single mother and her 3 kids from the community of Trail Farm the keys to her brand new home.
Okay, so today we handed over our second home that we've built in partnership with Hand in Hand Ministries. They have a Building for Change program where they provide homes for needy families across the country. So this is the second time that Bowen & Bowen has partnered with them. Last year we did one in Belize District, and this year we chose to do one in Orange Walk. Our Bowen & Bowen's mission statement is pursuing excellence for a stronger Belize. And for us, that a big part of that is community service, being responsible corporate citizens. And we especially love these projects because they get our members involved. So our team, our members, our staff who work in Orange Walk and live in Orange Walk actually did the labor, building the house over the weekend, so they took their personal time. Of course, Bowen & Bowen funded the project, but our members are the ones who came out, and we have what we call a corporate citizens committee, which is made up of our members who do volunteer work in their communities across the country. So they're the ones who showed up to do the building and put in the hard labor in Orange Walk over the weekend.
Director of the Building for Change program, Rashida Bertrand, says that after 20+ years in existence in Belize, the program seeks to provide deserving families with the opportunity for a better life.
For this year so far, this is our 20th house, 520 house in total over the past 22 years. That's the time Hand in Hand has been existing in Belize. What we do is, for all applications, it starts from client reaching out to us. They express their needs, they collect the required documents, and they sit an interview with us.
Total funding for the house was provided by Bowen & Bowen, but besides financial contribution, the company deployed some of its employees to help construct the house.
So we operate across the country, and we're very active in all our communities. So because we did last year in Belize District, when it was time to, pick another location, we decided let's move up north to Orange Walk, and I'm sure next year we're going to probably be in another district. So for us, it's just a matter of being present in all the communities in which we operate. And it really is an awesome experience. I encourage other businesses who are able to do it and get their members involved, get their staff involved, because everyone afterwards always talks about what a really great experience it was.
Talk to us a little about.
To continue its work to provide deserving families a place they can call home, Bertrand says the community must come together.
For organization who wants to partner with us, they can reach out to our program. Our office line is 610-6677. You can ask to speak with our development coordinator, Mrs. Vargas, and we can start an interaction. We share information about the services we offer, and they get the opportunity to, as I said earlier, be involved from the start to finish. I want to say thanks to Bowen & Bowen for this wonderful opportunity. I also want to say thanks to our larger populations for the support that they offer throughout the years. This is our second home with Bowen & Bowen, and second of many to come. It's always a rewarding experience, not only for the families that we serve, but for the groups that come in and build. They get the opportunity to connect. They get an opportunity to for team building. They get an opportunity to serve their communities, and those are some rewarding efforts within an organization setting. So while we get the opportunity to extend or add more houses, they also get the opportunity to be a part of that change.
The donation to this structure came at a cost of just over $22,000. Prime Minister John Briceño attended the historic inauguration of Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico City. While in Mexico, PM Briceño met with the new Energy Minister Luz Elena González Escobar. Our discussion centered on energy security, the continuation of the power purchase agreement between both our countries, areas of opportunity, and upgrading of the energy transmission infrastructure in Belize and the southern region of Mexico. We as well reviewed challenges facing the energy sector on both sides of the border and reiterated assurances for the continued bilateral relationship, the Prime Minister explained. Attendees also included the Belize delegation of ministers, Minister of State and Ambassador, while from Mexico present were the Vice Minister for Energy, the Foreign Minister, and CFE officials. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Residents of Corozal have voiced concerns regarding subpar treatment from healthcare staff at the emergency wing of the Corozal Community Hospital. To address these issues, we spoke with Roger Riverol, the Deputy Regional Health Manager. He provided insights into the operations of the emergency department at the hospital.
I know when you say emergency, you believe that you're supposed to be the first one to be checked by the doctor. No, we have a triage system. When the patient come to the hospital, there's a triage system. Let's say they come for pain, they come for hypertensive. The nurse that triage you normally follow that triage system. So there's a 1 hour wait, 2 hours wait, 3 hours wait, and 4 hours wait. Sometimes it's less, depending on how the emergency is that day. But if you have a RTA or you're coming with a stab wound or shot, that's immediately the doctor need to rush you into the emergency. Like I mentioned today with the investors and the CEO, we are working. We are trying to fix the hospital. We are trying to fix the system. Dr. Angela Gilhari, Chief of Staff, is doing runs with the doctors. The sister in charge, Sister Lennon, she's also doing runs, and they're trying to get to the nurse that we need to have very good PR out there, so the patient at least feel comfortable when they're coming to the hospital. There's a stigma out there, before coming into the Ministry of Health, I had that same stigma, but now being here on the seat, I see what we go through, and we serve the entire Corozal district. Our population is at 42,000, so we are trying to do our best. We are trying to get more medical officers so we can give better service out there to our community.
In addition, Riverol acknowledged other areas of concern raised by the community.
And also, Mr. Elmer, we here at the Ministry of Health, we do have 2 ambulances, but sometimes we do have transfers. So I want to say to the public, we are very thankful that the fire department also have an ambulance. Whenever you guys have any emergency in the Corozal district, you can dial 990 and they will respond. And they bring you to the hospital or to wherever you want to go within Corozal, in the polyclinics also.
Belize is being represented at the 2nd EU Caribbean Global Gateway Conference GGC on Sargassum. The country's entourage includes CEO Kennedy Carrillo and Director of Blue Economy Felicia Cruz from the Ministry of Blue Economy and Disaster Risk Management, along with Chief Tourism Officer Abil Castaneda and Sustainable Tourism Coordinator Erin Gongora from Belize's tourism sector. The GGC on Sargassum serves as a platform for professionals, academia, and businesses with similar interests to discuss the challenges and opportunities in Sargassum management and utilization. In light of the continued impacts of Sargassum in the region, Belize, through its National Sargassum Task Force, is dedicated to collaborating in order to implement sustainable, long-term blue solutions to transform this environmental challenge into an opportunity for growth and resilience. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, October 4th here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.